So behind me is the new Volvo C40, and we're going to go through today the design story behind this car, meet the designers, listen to the inspirations behind their work. We're going to start with exterior, move on then to interior colour materials, and really understand their inspiration from nature and light. Also talk about sustainability and using natural materials. We'll move on to then the user experience, so connecting the mobile phone really with the car, and also using the Google Assist with our new system. Now the C40 really is a new vehicle for Volvo, but it enhances and encapsulates the benefits of an SUV. So that's the easy ingress, egress, the high seating position, and the versatility which really connects with the lifestyle of our customers. Yet this is a sleek, dynamic, modern car. Now I have Tijan here with me from Exterior Design. Tijan, let's maybe talk about that sleek, dynamic line that we have on the C40.
Well, I mean, the starting point of any good exterior design is with the proportion, and that's essential in this car, meaning the profile of the vehicle. We've established in the market a super successful XC40, where the play upon that vehicle was sort of this tough little robot that had a lot of attitude. And I think this vehicle somehow captures even more character with the roof line. And this came from the initial sketch, really.
Yeah. And then just how this project started, because I know that a lot of projects start through, of course, a strategy and a design brief. But I have to say on this one, it really did start with a sketch.
I mean, when that sketch was created by the designer, it was like, wow, here's a no-brainer. I mean, it was compared nose to nose with an XC40. So that really led us into development right away. And what we tried to play is take all the successful elements of the XC40 design and really how do we capture them in this vehicle? And one of the ways we did that was playing upon this painted roof, or the different color roof. That sets up an architectural item. So we have this one line coming down the belt and up the C-pillar, and then really the clamped roof that plants the car behind.
And that gives it the strong graphic between the roof and the lower part, and makes it easily identifiable as this strong Scandinavian design, because it's simple, but it's the strong graphics.
Yeah, and when we talk about that clean lines and clean form language as well, one of the attributes in XC40 that has such strong character, again, is this sort of monolithic approach. One of my favorite sculptors is Brancusi. He really plays upon that monolithic sculpture in his work. And I see that here as well, which we're very inspired by having this more or less one volume, and then we use and carve through sections. And it's so clear and obvious of a theme in XC40 and C40.
And that's the beauty. So we're taking almost a solid form, carving away the material, and from that it creates then the clean graphics of the car.
Yep. It's a very logical, simple theme setup for the entire car. So you see that in the body side, like I just mentioned, but then you also see it in the main theme of the shoulder that wraps around into the front of the car.
And now let's talk about the front, because I know certainly our philosophy with Volvo is about strong light signature, the Thor's hammer. So we keep that with this car, of course. And I think it's also plays the importance of light with Scandinavian design, this strong element of light that you recognise the car. What about the rest of the front? I mean, we have now the electric face. I mean, this is a full electric SUV.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the challenges in this vehicle. How do we create this electrified expression, sort of this efficiency in the vehicle? When we start with the nose profile, it really carries on a similar character to its older brother, let's say the XC40, but with a closed grille.
Yeah, we've taken out the grille frame around it, really gone flush and modern.
Hello, now we're in the C40 and I'm going to talk to you about the in-car system that we've been working on. So this is the Google Android system, and one of the great things is that there's going to be apps available. And here we have the principle of connecting to your home. And your home life is filled with different apps and things you use. So like when I've set this up, I've put my Spotify application over here. So the same music that I have available at home or on my phone when I'm on the run is available in my car for me whenever I want. And I didn't even have to connect my phone. It's just available. And of course, With the Google system, the other thing that's available is Google Maps. That gives you really efficient directions to wherever you're going. Now, one of the things that are really great is there's a number of features that make it easier to own an electric vehicle. So sometimes when we've talked to customers, they have some questions about where do I charge my car and those kinds of things. Well, you can just ask Google. Charging stations show up, you can get very quick directions to them, and so it's all available right there for you. The other great thing is that there's little details in Google Maps. So you, for example, you can get the charge level that you'll be at when you reach your destination, which is really good for planning long trips and knowing if you have enough power to reach your destination or if you need to charge on the way. So some really smart things happening there to help simplify the complexity. We've also looked at things like the settings to make it easier to understand, combine things, and keep all of the capabilities, but do it in a really smart way to take the hassle out of managing your car. And finally, we have Google Assistant that I want to take you through. Some really great features and capabilities in the car. It allows you to control the car and do various actions without ever taking your hands off the wheel or your eyes off the road. You can give it basic commands like, "Hey Google, can you start the seat heater?"
Okay, turning on the seat heater for the driver.
Helps you control your comfort. You can, of course, control music and other commands in the car. And there's one more thing, of course, you can do to have a little bit of fun in your car. "Hey Google, tell me a joke."
Why did all the students eat their homework? Their teacher told them it was a piece of cake.